I'm Trayce.
I'm Merrick.
Welcome to Take Two with Flair. We decided to make us official. So we became Trayce and Merrick, or Merrick and Trayce, and it's been like that for what, 6 years?
Yeah, about that.
Before we officially met, we were briefly introduced to each other at a party by my best friend. And of course, we did just blow off each other, just like, hi, hi, and gone about business. But then probably a year or a year and a half after that, I ended up getting hired at the same office that he was working at. And let's just say, orientation day, walked around, was being introduced by the manager, and I walked into his department and he was just sitting there smiling and everybody being pleasant, and he was just there smiling. I know this guy. And I guess it was the same for you, saying I know this girl from somewhere. It didn't click at the time, but fast forward a couple days from that, he was standing by my desk talking to me, and then we found out how we knew each other. So it's basically the party scene, and then we connected the dots back to my best friend. But really, that's when we started talking to each other, when I started working with him.
Yeah, something like that. But for me, it was just, I had no recollection of where this person is. I was just like, wow, this person looked damn good. Can I say damn?
For true, you did tell me that.
Yeah. And I was literally like, I need to know you. You need to be in my life. And from there, you know, every minute I used to just hanker around her desk and walk by her and end up talking. And
He'd make frequent trips to the cooler to get water.
so it used to keep me in shape.
And I found it odd, but then I was just saying, oh, maybe he's just one of the healthy ones, or he's always thirsty. But then it was discovered after we started dating that he was just doing that to get my attention. So he was thirsty, just thirsty for me, not the water. But it was more natural than anything, and I thought I was just infatuated because I was just like, this is not normal. Why am I feeling this way? My feelings, them feel like, because I was in a phase where I was just like, I'm not wanting to date anybody. Let's just test waters and see what's happening. But when I met Merrick, that kind of feelings, or those kind of feelings, started to subside.
Wow. It felt, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it literally felt like the room stopped and we were in a club. Like,
We're at Quad.
yeah.
And what I remember, that Jason Derulo song was playing about some fireworks. Oh gosh, what's the song again?
I don't know.
I'm mixing it up with Katy Perry.
I just know that when it happened, it just felt like magic. I know it might be a little bit cliche, but it literally was.
Yeah. And then the
I
Neo
remember it
song
like
came
it
on
was-
about tonight. I want all of you tonight. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember those two songs. That kiss, whew, seal the deal. Sorry.
I mean, for sure, it has allowed us to become closer. It has allowed us to almost like force us to come together as not, you know, as a couple, but more as two parents now coming together to raise somebody to say, hey, we need to make proper decisions now. It has enhanced the friendship side of our relationship, which I think is a really, really good thing. I think it has played a tremendous role in us coming together. It has shown us that we have potential in a lot of different ways for our relationship to grow.
We'd probably have an argument and probably I'd not talk to Merrick because I can hold a malice or a grudge for weeks. But no, the come around time is almost instant. And I know that that's happening since Carson is here. So Carson is a really good thing.
I believe communication, honesty, trust is the key
Those are important.
to the relationship, because it's like without those, it's almost like the relationship is gonna be strained. It's gonna be strenuous for especially growth. So for sure to have one, open communication, honesty and trust, because just when you think about it, and what I tend to do is always do a lot of reflection, is that when you look at, say, how many relationships have lasted very long, it's built on also friendship. I think friendship goes a very, very long way in a relationship. When people, after a while, you just become great friends, it's almost like the relationship becomes amazing.
It's like having a friendship is foundation, but also for me, I think one of the key things that makes a relationship work is knowing your partner, really knowing the individual that you're with, because if you don't, everybody changes. As we mature, there are certain things that changes about us, but from the start, to know your partner is important. Like Merrick said, communication and trust and honesty, of course, that's key. But also, if you do not have individual happiness and if you don't know your individual self, then I don't believe you can bring yourself to being in a relationship with somebody, because then you're going to be in the position where you're depending on them to find you or to help you find you, which is going to cause stress on the relationship. So I think key is knowing your partner and having your individual happiness, and then you guys just bring those together and then fireworks.
What's Merrick's favorite cologne?
Oh Lord. This is just a game. Okay. This one is so hard.
This one of cologne is hard.
Because he has a lot of colognes. Which one is it?
So then she looks like her.
No man, it's one.
So long? Alright, let me say, make sure the answer right. What's your favorite color, Merrick?
Chanel Blue.
What was she? What's Trayce's favorite TV show? Not movie, show.
Currently or?
I don't know, currently at all time. You can put this on your one.
Yeah, currently.
Point.
But
Well, he's ready, so I guess he should just go.
right now, my favorite, I'm binging Grey's Anatomy. My favorite comfort food.
Oh, ice cream.
You're not even gonna write it?
No! Forget about that. Ice cream.
All right, so forget writing. He's
Okay.
right. Ice cream.
Or what is most important to you?
My son, Carson.
Oh, you put family there.